Page 18, Ecossaise, another fun little piece by Beethoven, a well-known melody. Now let's look it over. It's 2 pages long. Most of it's repeated, but it's 2 pages of music to deal with. Treble bass clef, 1 sharp in the key signature, so it's either in G major or E minor. If I look at the end, the bottom of page 19, last measure is here. Those are the notes in a G major chord. I'm guessing we're in G major. Do the scales, and if you're doing arpeggios, those 2 for G major and E minor. Now, it might go into E minor in cases or in places or whatever, but I'm just interested overall in what key is it in. And 2 4-time signature. Now, we got 8th notes and 16th notes. Let's deal with that. Right hand, pickup beat. They're coming in on the end of 2. 2 and 2 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. See, so if you can't reach that, then you may need to do instead of a 1 2, do a 2 1. Because if you can't reach that, you probably got little hands and skinny fingers. And if that's the case, you do a 2 1. You can slide up in here and do that. You'll fit. And then you can reach that. I don't know how big your hands are. If you got larger hands, the 1 2 is better. It keeps you out here. Then 1 2 and let's look at measure 4. 1 and 2 and. That's what it is. And it's and 1 2 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. That rhythm's all over the place. Let's go down and pick up to measure 9. It's the same thing. And 1. So much for that. Let's go over to measure 13. Now we're changing hand position. We go 1 3 2 4. That's fine. We do that a lot. And you can use second finger there for measure 15. Because your thumb's busy. Some people would do a thumb. I don't recommend it. 2. Yeah. Left hand, little broken chords. Now, what you can do, if you want, you don't have to be here in the first full measure, and then here in the second, third, here. So I kind of play them as block chords because that tells me my hand position. Well, I can, instead of this, I can do that. I can spread out as though this D, that way I'm ready for the D on the next measure. And stay. Now that's a little hard, so you may have to do 4. I don't know. Even if I do a little finger, I still want to do a 2 1. This way I can reach the D more easily. And then measure, what's the last measure? Measure 8. It's here, the thumb. You can do that if you want. I can do a 2. I'm not moving as far because the thumb's got to come to here. If a 2, I'm just coming to here rather than here. I'm not going as far. I easily do that. It's up to you or your teacher. And then measure 9 octaves. Going from measure 10 to 11. You're here, here. Not a lot of help for you there. You just got to lift up. Okay. Put the hands together. What could possibly go wrong with this? You put the hands together. I already did. And then go back over just a few measures at a time, slowly, and work out the hesitation. So the 8th note pulse, 1 and 2, is steady throughout. Once the hesitations are gone, for now, then I add the articulation. The staccatos, I'm flexing at the wrist, and they're short. These, I connect the first one, and can't connect the other. And because I got staccatos in this end, I'm going to do the same in the left. It makes it easier. Like that. Now, if you can't connect the first two, then do them staccato. So forth. Just light. This helps in like a measure 9 on getting out. And on measure 19, accent. Also, some editions will put in an accent like on the second full measure here. They'll put an accent on the E. Ba-ba-dum. They'll do that. In a sense, you're going to accent it because it's a syncopated note. Syncopation is when you're throwing the rhythm off. We don't expect that E to be so quick. We expect it. We expect it to bum, bum, but it comes quick. Bum, bum, it comes quicker. That's syncopation. Syncopated notes typically are accented as far as interpreting them. You would just do it. You don't need an accent sign. You just do it. So in measure 18 or so, you'd probably do it anyway. Now be careful, like on measure 8, that's not staccato. You got to get off of this because you got to move, but this don't. Lift it up as you play that. And the same thing in measure 16. Hold that out a full 8th note. And again at the bottom. Then after the articulation, I think about the dynamics. Soft, that's the melody. That makes the accented note just a little louder. This, very soft. Pick up to measure 9's loud. This, soft. Huh? Measure 15 is soft. Now you can do the dynamics. But again, you don't have to play it exactly the same like the first 3 lines. You're not going to play all of that at soft. You're in that area, but you can get louder and softer. You'll put a swell. Something in there. Now have fun with it. Experiment with the articulation, not the articulate, the dynamics. And then the speed. And that's about where I've been going, I think. Different ways of playing it. You can probably find plenty of recordings of this of people taking it at different speeds. The speed you take it is whatever you can do accurately. If it's this, that's as fast as you can go and keep it accurate, then that's fine for now. You can always speed it up later when you get a little more experience at piano playing. You know.